Communicate. Listening and speaking skills. Coursebook. CD 2. Unit 8. Vocabulary. Exercise 3.
Qualifications in Britain used to depend completely on exam performance, but now more courses are assessed on a mix of coursework, done over time, and exams. In some subjects, up to 40% of the final mark comes from continuous assessment of assignments. Students who get nervous doing exams have welcomed this change because they feel that their average mark is better than their exam results. A-levels are very important for getting into further education, so it's common for schools to have mock exams in January to give students a chance to practice before they do the real thing in June. No one wants to do retakes, and many universities require specific A-level grades to get onto a course, so many students spend much of May and early June doing revision.
Unit 8. Speaking. Exercises 2 and 3. So, how are things different now you're a sixth former?
Well, of course, the difference most people notice first is that we don't have to wear uniform.
Yes, I hear that's pretty popular.
That's right. And our timetable is more flexible. But I think there are also some important differences when it comes to the type of work we do.
How do you mean?
Well, a lot of the classes are more like lectures. The teachers tell you stuff and you have to take notes. They don't tell you what to write. You have to decide.
I suppose that's good preparation for university.
Yes, and we also seem to be working more independently. The teachers set us homework assignments, which we have to go off and research.
That must be pretty easy these days, with the internet and so on.
Well, yes, but there's so much stuff to read that you have to be selective, or you can spend hours on it. And of course you've got to summarise it all and put it in your own words, so as not to plagiarise.
Well, that's good. I mean, you should think about it and write your own ideas, not just copy what someone else says.
Yes, but it's not always easy.
What about exams? Do you have a lot of them?
Well, yes. Between mock exams in January and final exams in June, and then tests every month or so, there always seem to be exams round the corner. Either you're revising for them or you're doing them.
But isn't there more emphasis on continuous assessment these days?
Yes, I think coursework is more important, and I think that's a good thing. At least your grades don't just depend on exams.
Unit 8. Pronunciation. Exercise A.
Some. Our. Here. Your. Where. Right.
Unit 8. Listening. Exercise 2.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Alice Howe, your head teacher, and I'm here today to give you some advice about study skills as you start in the sixth form. One of the main differences is that in the sixth form you have fewer subjects, but hopefully these are things that you personally are more interested in and have chosen to study. You'll have more time to spend on each of them, but you'll also have to work more independently. This means that time management is everyone clear what I mean by time management? Is very important. Make a note of deadlines and plan your work accordingly. Use lists to tick off assignments, homework, exercises, essays and so on when you finish them, and remember that it's better to study and review on a regular basis than to leave it all to revision just before the exams. It's easy to leave things till the last minute. Remember that in the sixth form, you'll also have opportunities to do other optional activities, get a part-time job or learn to drive, as well as having a busy social life. The better you organise your time, the more things you'll be able to do. Effective research is a very important skill. Now, what do I mean by effective research? Well, what I'm talking about is organised study. It's easy to waste a lot of time, and it's also easy to get distracted when using the internet. Try not to download page after page. Be selective. It's also important to remember that not everything on the internet is true. Pages like Wikipedia are created through collaboration, and no one checks the contents. Try to read, think critically, and then take notes. If you do this, you'll be expressing your own ideas rather than someone else's. Note-taking is in itself a very important skill. There's no one correct way to do this. You have to find what suits you. Some people write detailed notes using full sentences. Others note key words or write the most important information using bullet points. More visual learners may prefer to use mind maps. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that it works for you and provides a summary of the main information which you can use for revision.
Unit 8. Listening. Exercise 5.
Note-taking is in itself a very important skill. There's no one correct way to do this. You have to find what suits you. Some people write detailed notes using full sentences. Others note key words or write the most important information using bullet points. More visual learners may prefer to use mind maps. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that it works for you and provides a summary of the main information which you can use for revision.
Unit 8. Pronunciation. Exercises A and B.
I'm here to help you study better. You'll have to think fast and work hard. Try not to worry too much. You have chosen to do a difficult subject. It's easy to forget the simplest things.
Unit 8. Final task. Exercise 1. Speaker 1.
The really important thing about presenting a project in class is that you've got to be calm. It's easy to get nervous. Avoid the temptation to read from your notes. Try to memorize the main points and talk directly to your audience. Remember, a good presentation can inspire people.
Speaker 2.
Good morning. I'm here today to talk about how to do a successful presentation. A good presentation should sound natural to an audience. It's easy to read sentences that sound okay in writing but don't sound natural in an oral presentation. Use short sentences. Use everyday expressions to make an impact. Use images to support what you say. Try not to put too many words on your PowerPoint presentation. Finish by repeating your main message. A good presentation should entertain and inform your audience. I hope I did that. Thank you for your attention.